welcome back to the build. We have a lot to cover in this one. We made a lot of progress in just, I think, about 3 days or so. A lot's been going on. Once again, I forgot to pick up the camera and sort of stay on track of what we've been doing. So I've done about probably a few hours here and there, but about 2 full days worth of doing the trim work, the J channel, the corner trim, garage trim, some soffit. So I'll cover a little bit about that, but what this is a steel siding that we're going to be doing, which is a board and batten style. So the panels, I don't have any here yet. They're going to come make them on site, I think in a few days here. So what I've been doing is prepping for that. So what you need to do is basically put J channel around every opening. There's specific trims that are really nice that the place I'm getting everything from will pre-bend every single piece. You don't need to bend anything on site with a brake at all. You definitely have to use some hand brakes here and there to just bend some corners and whatnot, where some pieces of trim meet up. But, you know, for example, this is the garage trim, so it has an integrated J channel as well as this piece back here. And once you put the seals on for the garage, that will hold this tight here. But everything we've tacked in with some roofing nails everywhere. I am using a mix of roofing nails and staples. This is really heavy duty steel. I think I want to say it's 24 gauge. Very, very thick stuff. A little hard to work with, but it's great quality stuff. It'll take a good beating if you throw a ball against it, if the kids are messing around or something like that. So one thing you definitely have to worry about with metal is it's going to get dented. There's no way around it, but it is what it is. The look is, I really personally love the look of it. And yes, we are going with entirely black house, black roof, standing seam, black steel board and batten siding. It is an all black house. It's not for everybody. My other half, if you will, has been saying, I want a black house, want a black house. At first I said, that's ridiculous. Who the heck would want that? Why would you want that? And now I'm sort of becoming more and more obsessed with it as I get everything up going here. I'm really, really excited to see how it's going to look. I have seen a few examples of it, so I won't really be shocked at what it looks like, but I'm really looking forward to it. Like I said, not for everybody, but it's certainly for us. So I've been going ahead and putting all the trim pieces. This Z channel is what you call down on the bottom here, which is your sort of starter. And what this would do is the siding is going to be tucked up into a J channel, and then will be pushed up against the wall here with a minor gap for expansion. And any water that would come down off the siding would hit this and then drip off. What I've done additionally behind this trim, because there are spots where they do seam together, because you can only get pieces so long. So we've gone ahead and seamed these together. The trick to this is actually cutting out a minor notch out of the bottom, opening up the seam on the bottom of this one and slipping it in so you get a nice seam there. But you can't rely on this being waterproof, and you don't want water sneaking in there and getting inside your house. And yeah, you could caulk it, but again, caulk is not going to last forever. So what I've done behind all this, if you haven't seen in other videos, I put a flashing tape along against the OSB and to the foam insulation here. So if water gets behind it, it's not going to go into the wood. It cannot get into the foundation or at least inside the home. It's going to hit that tape and then again drip down on the inside of this. So you're safe there. This will all get backfilled to about here with dirt. In this case, it'll be rocks where the driveway is. So I've been going around the entire house prepping this. So we've got, for these side pieces, what you do here is you put this sort of board trim here. It's a J channel on the bottom and again a Z channel up top, so the siding will do the same thing, get tucked up into a J channel up there. However, what's really nice is this company also that provided the steel will bend you what's called a integrated F and J channel. Usually you either have to do an F channel or 2 J channels or however you want in order to be able to make the soffit go in as well as the siding. But what's nice is this piece is all bent. A little hard to see, but basically it's an F shape like this, so the soffit can stick in, get nailed up to the fascia board, and then your siding can go up into the J channel there, all in one piece. Saves a little time installing. Really, really nice. So I've gone along the entire back of the house. Had to do a little bit of work making sure that these were sort of integrated into these doors. What I did was also purchase all of my doors with ADA compliant thresholds. The reason I did that is it makes a really, really nice transition into the home. If you had some flooring on the inside of 3/4 wood or something like that, or a wood subfloor with some vinyl flooring, if you will, whatever type of flooring you have. Typically, a standard threshold would be fine because it'd be a little higher up and then it would meet even with the floor. However, since we have completely concrete finished floors in the house, I went with these really tight, thin thresholds so that way it just transitions really nice into the concrete. So I had to just be very careful how I did my flashing here. We're going to end up putting a J channel here, and I might do some sort of flashing tape along this seam here, maybe in a little bit of caulk and both. But what I'll end up doing, hold on, I'm being distracted by this helicopter. Hold tight. Okay. Anyway, so what I'll do is probably a little bit of flashing tape, but anyway, we'll put a J channel here and we'll caulk between this and the J channel. I am actually going to get these wrapped in some steel too, so we'll probably wait to caulk between the J channel and the steel once those are on there. But you just got to be careful here. So when I set these doors, I also caulked directly under this entire threshold so that water cannot, even if it does try to sneak in there, it's going to hit that bead of caulk behind there. And that's it. So you just have to be very careful about all your flashing and waterproofing. So we have another door here, and it just goes on down the home. So I'm going to go back around here in order to sort of show you the other things we've been working on. If you haven't seen in the other video, this is all of our standing seam roofing stacked up here. It's going to be going on the next few days. So what we've also been doing is getting the house completely dried in, as far as we did go with 2 rows of ice and water on the roof and then some synthetic paper the rest of the way up. We are doing full 2x4 purlins to get that roofing up off the deck slightly. The manufacturer does not require you to do that. However, it does give you an option if you are going to do it to use. They recommend 2x4s with 18-inch spacing. It is a lot of work, but it really gets that decking or that roof up off the decking. So if you did have any sort of water or anything, it would have a little bit of an air gap in order to dry out. And it kind of saves you from ever having that issue, any issue with condensation stuck between the panels. It's sort of debatable. I mean, to me, I've talked to a bunch of people about it, watched a lot of videos from experienced roofers, and this is the way I chose to go. You might have an opinion about it, but this is the way I'm going. So we got this 2 sections completely dried in, the other 2 sections over there, and then tomorrow we're going to do the entire back of the house. It's quite a bit of work, but all be worth it in the end. So that's pretty much it. We still have a lot of roofing over here as well. So all that panels you saw back there were for the sections over there. All of these are going to be for some of the back of the house and some of these sections over here. So like I said, we got this part all dried in as well. Definitely a lot of work. Anyone that does this kind of work can appreciate how much goes into drying this all in. But I'm very excited because I've been also waiting to put in these sliding glass doors here until it was dried in, because a lot of water when it was pouring into the house would come out of these. It was kind of the only last way to get any standing water out of the home and let it dry out. So as soon as we get all these panels out of here, I'm going to throw those doors in. I haven't been able to do any of the trim on this side because of that, because you need your doors and windows in order to put the Z flashing and the F and J channel. So a little bit more work to do with that. I've also gone ahead and done the soffit up on these high peaks here. We do have a lift on site, not this one. There's another one around the back of the house, a man lift with a bucket that I was able to just easily get up there, staple those all in. I'm going to have a buddy of mine come over and wrap these bird boxes here on the corner so that way we can finish our soffit transition to there. And I think that's it. That's my update for now. Tomorrow we are going to be, like I said, putting the 2x4s and drying in the back part of the home. It is an 108-foot stretch, the entire back of the home, so it's a little bit of effort. But after that, we'll start putting some of these panels up, the standing seam panels, and before you know it, we will have a completed standing seam black metal roof. Very, very excited about that. It's going to look really sharp. I did sort of think about at one point going with shingles for a little bit of cost savings and labor savings, but once I decided on the black steel siding, I was like, you know what, I want this thing to look really, really sharp and pretty much last forever. I'll never need to do the roof for the entire life that I'll be in this home. That's something worth spending a little bit more money for. So if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do. Got tons of videos. If you've got any questions about building or any stuff in general, please leave a comment or email me. I leave my my email address is in my bio on my channel. So reach out. Love all you guys' comments. Give this one a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys on the next one.